Now, a bit of breaking news coming in. Indian Army Chief has slammed United Nations report on Kashmir. He called such reports motivated and said that he doesn't need to speak on human rights record. Yesterday, India had officially slammed the UN report on Kashmir at UNHRC. So, Indian Army Chief responds to the statement.
We need to speak about the human rights record of the Indian Army. It is well known to all of you. It is well known to the people of Kashmir. It is well known to the international community. So I don't think we should get too concerned about this report. Some of these reports are motivated.
And I'm joined by my colleague Siddhant Sibal from New Delhi. Siddhant, before I go on to the statement which the Army Chief has made on cyber warfare, take us through his comments first on the UNHRC report on Kashmir.
Well, yes, Karthik, the Army Chief has slammed the UN human rights report on Kashmir, and this is after India slammed the report yesterday at the Human Rights Council in Geneva. India said that it's a motivated piece of disinformation, and today, of course, the Army Chief reiterating that point, that it's a motivated piece of report, and India is not concerned about it. We know the human rights record of Indian Army in the country, and that is why he dismissed that report. Yesterday we saw Pakistan using that report to do whatever it does in multilateral bodies such as the United Nations, and India then slammed it in this right of reply, saying that Pakistan is ending up doing what it has been doing for 70 years. And India also talked about its record in its provinces such as Sindh, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and we all know the human rights violation which the Pakistani army has been indulging in these provinces in Pakistan. So clearly dismissal by India at the highest level of this human rights report. And ironically, this report uses the words such as armed group for terrorist groups, which the UN itself has said that these groups are terrorist group. India also pointed that no action being taken on the terrorists in Pakistan who were behind Uri attack, behind Pathankot and Mumbai's 2611. Ironically, Mumbai's 2611 case is right now, it has started in Islamabad. That will be a case, that will be an important event that's going to take place as the day progresses, because that will show whether Pakistan is really serious on acting on terror or not, because as of now, it seems Pakistan is not. We have seen mainstreaming of terror in Pakistan openly. Lashkar-e-Taiba Chief Hafiz Saeed openly canvassing for elections, and he has, of course, his own people who are fighting elections just 1 month away in Pakistan.
Very quickly, he also spoke about cyber security, cyber warfare. What did the Army Chief have to say on that?
Well, on cyber security, he said that it's time that we should go away from that bureaucratic mindset of being scared of cyberspace, because he said that most of the equipment which are being used have some kind of association with cyberspace, and he gave an example now that how even a pen drive, if it's allowed in army areas, it causes a security scare. He said we have to change that. We have to form our own system. We have to use cyberspace for our own benefit. He gave the example of China, that how it has its own operating system. So he said, why can't we have our own operating system? And ironically, this is the first time that army is openly discussing about cyber space in such a platform in which media was allowed. So clearly there is a change in mindset, and the world knows that cyberspace is a new space where wars happen. There have been various big examples like Russia and Ukraine, in other countries as well. So countries can be stopped simply by switching off or switching on a button through a cyber attack. So clearly that, of course, is the main emphasis of Army Chief's speech here in New Delhi.
Thank you, Siddhant. Thank you for this update.